I'm going to, apart from Reverend Mark Coleman, do we have any other independent candidates in the audience? This is your opportunity to speak now. Okay, Reverend Mark Coleman has 2 minutes to make his pitch. Can we get this one? Thank you. It'll be 2 minutes of your time. Thank you.
You've had you've heard lots of words. Just listen to me for a bit for democracy, because there's a few candidates missing. So do listen. I don't mean you have to listen, but I'd be honoured if you listen. Our Bishop died in 2020. At that time, I lived maybe 400 or 500 yards away on Clement Royd Street. That little boy died because of a mould in a damp house, and around that time I've been aware for some years about cold and damp housing, and Rochdale has a lot of it, a lot of cold and damp housing. And when I worked for the charity Age Concern, I saw how that affected older people. Cold housing kills people, and I learned in 2021 that about 8,500 people died in cold homes. And then there's another tens of thousands of early winter deaths. That's the jargon, early winter deaths. That prompted me to go and sit on the motorways around London. And I took that rather drastic decision because I thought this is so serious, and we have a political system that is so broken that there is no response to these horrible statistics. Year after year, every party, all the parties, one of them is represented here tonight, they produced reports, they said they would insulate housing, but it never happened. And of course, insulating housing is a very good way to reduce carbon emissions, which brings me on to the next point. Our politicians are lying to us. We are facing the collapse of civilization in decades to come, not many years away. They're not telling us these things, they're not telling us about the temperatures, they lie to us about the oil, and you've heard 1 or 2 of those tonight. And you've heard how Rishi Sunak has signed off all new permissions to the oil and gas companies to go ahead and dig up new oil and gas, which will push us further to disaster. So they are not actually protecting us, the government.
Thank you.
They're planning to kill us. I'm sorry, well, the one 30 seconds became 2 or 3 minutes. We were timing, so I'm claiming another minute here. I'm sorry, I'm going to. So the politics is broken, and it's failing us. We need to protect the people of Rochdale. And I don't mean in a patronising way. They need to be told the truth, and then we need to claim the people's power for better ways of working. We've heard criticism of the council tonight, and maybe rightly so. I would propose a Rochdale People's Assembly, where people come together, chosen by sortition, like a jury, chosen at random, so it's not just the big noises who dominate the show, but ordinary people who can get their head into some issues and then give a fairly strong steer to their representatives, councillors or MPs. We need to give power back to the people so trust can be reborn. I'll work on what my last
20 seconds.
I'll stop there. Obviously, the genocide must stop, and others have spoken more eloquent than me about the horror. The insanity of killing so many people. Just the other week, I was walking through the Kingsway Business Park. I live near there on Turf Hill. I'm a local resident. And I noticed a factory that I was pretty sure was connected to the arms industry. And it is. So we have an arms company, Salis, who French, they also do other things. I'm just winding up now. We need to call them out where it happens and resist all those who are trying to kill people. That means the children in Gaza. That means the people in this country whose lives seem to be expendable too. So let's stand together.
Thank you very much.